Hey, welcome back to Living at a 10. I'm your host, your firstborn, and excuse the face. I am looking a little scruffy right now. I'm out on the road, but I was just sitting here and I was just thinking about the scripture that we've all might have used at one point in our life. And if you haven't, I'm sure you will in the future. And that's Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises up against you in judgment, you shall condemn. And I was just sitting there thinking about that, and I'm like, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue raised up against you in judgment shall be condemned. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Think about that. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. So then I started thinking about some of the typical things that people go through, or some of the weapons that formed against people, even myself: the cheater, the false accusation, the gossip, the church hurt, the health scare, the divorce, the abuse, mentally, physically, emotionally. You fill in the blank. You know what your weapon was that formed against you. You know what it was. You know what your scare was. So then I started thinking about that. I'm just like, do we really understand what that means? Do we really comprehend what this scripture is saying and how it applies to us? And do we, because I know we go through our stuff and we went through our trials and we ask God to, forgive for forgiveness, to soften our heart towards that person and that situation, for us to move past it. And it might be weeks, might be months, it might have been years since that situation happened. But then I started thinking about it, like, prosper. The word prosper kept sticking in my head. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. So now like I said, you prayed on it, you asked God for forgiveness, you try to move on. But what about when something triggers you? A song, that person's name, that person steps into the room, that situation, that supervisor, that coworker, that church member, that pastor, and it just stirs something up inside of you that brings an ugliness out of you. And you constantly ask God to take it away from you, but you keep rehearsing it over and over in your mind. I got a question. Did it prosper?